Hey everybody, Yankee here. Today I want to take a little time and answer a question from a viewer regarding your choice of caliber for self-defense and carry. I had a viewer send me an email that said, "Hey Yankee, in today's modern gun world, what is the worst caliber you could choose for carry and self-defense?" And then they went on and said, "And why is it 9mm?" A little tongue-in-cheek there. Well, I'm going to answer this question honestly and seriously today. So it's not going to be 9mm. Let's face it, 9mm is a perfectly acceptable round for small children and women. And I'm not even going to say it's its little brother, the 380. I actually considered saying 380 doesn't really have a place anymore because of all the small 9mm. But there are some guns that are just smaller even than the smallest 9mm, like LCPs, LCP Plus with 10 rounds of 380. Plus you have classics like the Cheetah and the PPK that still shoot 380. So I'm not going to say 380 is the worst choice. I'm actually going to say 380 is a good, okay choice because you can get such good guns in it, such small, lightweight guns in it. That makes it worth it. And 9mm, like I said, is a perfectly acceptable caliber for small children and women. So I'm not going to say 9mm. It might surprise some people, but I'm going to choose actually a revolver caliber. And it's probably going to make some revolver owners mad. But in today's modern gun world, I think 38 Special is the worst choice for caliber when it comes to carry. Now, I know this is where a lot of people are going to flip their wigs and they're going to be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said 38 Special. There's so many good little 38 Special guns." Well, yes, there are some really good little 38 Special guns. Lots of them. But they're becoming kind of irrelevant, outdated, and they're not really a good choice for carry anymore. Because one, 38 Special is very weak. Even 38 Special plus P doesn't reach 9mm level. And we all know 9mm for small children and women. So 38 Special can't even claim it's that good. Now, this is where people go say, but it's because the guns are so small and so light that you can get in a 38 Special that it makes it worth it carrying 38 Special. Much like the little LCPs and stuff make it worth carrying a 380 because it's so light and easy to carry and so small you can conceal it. Same thing with 38 Special. Well, that's not the case. You can't really get any 38 Special guns that are smaller and lighter than the 357 Magnum versions. Like, the 360 PD. I carry this gun all the time. It's every bit as light as a 38 Special, lighter than most of them, and it's 357 Magnum. So when I'm using it for self-defense, I can carry 357 Magnum in it. And yes, that is going to hurt. A lot of people are like, "Yeah, but those aren't fun to shoot in 357 Magnum." Well, you know what else isn't fun? Getting raped and murdered. I guess that'd be more fun than getting murdered than raped, but still, neither one of them are good. So consider that when you're thinking about whether you want a gun that hurts a little bit when you shoot it or not. And when you're practicing with it, the thing about 357 small revolvers is you can shoot 38 Special in them. Unlike the 38 Special guns, you can't put a more powerful caliber in them when you're carrying. It's 38 Special plus P at most. Whereas this can be full load 357 Magnum rounds when I'm carrying it for defense, and then when I'm practicing, it can be 38 Special. And like I said, these are just as small and just as light as any 38 Special on the market. So 38 Special has no real advantages over this, except for price. Now, this is where people say, "Yeah, but this gun's more expensive than like a little J-frame aluminum light, an airweight in 38 Special." Well, yeah, but no one asked me what's the worst caliber choice when you take your budget into account. They asked, what's the worst caliber choice? And this is the worst caliber choice. Now, if budget comes into it, well, then maybe a 38 Special does make more sense. If you can't afford one of these and you can afford 38 Special and you need a gun now and you can't wait to save up for this, well, then get the 38 Special. It will do the job. Way better than a pointy stick. Well, no, I guess some pointy sticks would actually do better if you knew how to use the pointy stick. But for most people, it'd be better than a pointy stick. So I say 38 Special still has a place, and that place is for people who make their decision based on budget. But as far as size, weight, performance, it just doesn't make any sense anymore. And it makes even less sense in a lot of the revolvers that are available today, like those Lipsy models that are coming out. Now, in the past, the 357 Magnum versions and the 327 Federal versions and stuff like that were more expensive and heavier. But with the little Lipsies guns that are coming out, the Ultra Carry or whatever they call them, or Ultimate Carry, those are actually the same size, same weight, and same price for 38 Special and 32 H&R Magnum. And plus with the 32 H&R Magnum, not only do you get a better performing round, you get an extra round. So once again, in that case, even more so than ever, the 38 Special makes no sense. So that is why I think 38 Special is probably the worst caliber you could choose these days for self-defense. It's not powerful. It's not giving you any advantages in capacity or ease of carry or any of those things. Everything about it is a negative. It doesn't beat most anything else you compare it to. Even comparing it to, like I said, 9mm, which we all know is for small children and women, it still is lacking. It's not as powerful. You'd be better off carrying a small 9mm than you would a 38 Special. So 38 Special is my choice for the worst choice in caliber for carry. Like I said, not powerful, doesn't give you any advantages, blah, blah, blah. So that's it. Get the 357 Magnum. It just gives you more options. It might be a little more expensive, but it's every bit as easy to carry, more powerful when you need to use it. And like I said, what would you rather have? A little bit of a sore hand, oh, my wrist is sore after you have to use it to defend yourself. That's a lot better than saying, oh, my butt is sore and now I'm dead. So suck it up and get the lightweight 357 Magnum, or at the very least, get the 32 H&R from Smith & Wesson, because same price, same weight, and one extra round and more capable, which just proves, like I said, that 38 Special, even in the Plus P, is your worst choice in today's modern gun market for self-defense.